All right, just taking a quick look at this new Bluetti, and you might be wondering, like, why is it green? Why is it green? It's not green Eddie. What's the deal? Well, this is actually the Elite 30 version 2, which came out a couple of months ago, and it got a lot of upgrades over the EB3A. So it's 288 watt hours, LFP. It's a small power station, but it can do almost everything that you need a power station to do, because it's got, some unique features. So you might be wondering, why didn't I make a video on it then? If it was so great, why didn't I make a video? Well, it's because I was waiting for this, the EcoTide color collection. So this is awesome. Like every other power station on the market, it's just this boring black plastic box, right? I mean, these little power stations, they're so cool. And once you have these things, you can't even live without them, right? I mean, you have this thing by your side 24/7 all the time, right? So it would be awesome to be able to customize it. And guess what? Now you can. So yeah, there's 5 colors to choose from in addition to the black, which you can still get. Glacier Blue, Blush Pink, Twilight Glow Purple, Light Sand Gray, and Meadow Green. And as I was saying, the beauty of this product is you can pretty much power anything you really need to power with this thing, and it's only 9.5 pounds, so less than 10 pounds. And, it doesn't have a big inverter. It doesn't have a lot of battery capacity. So you might be thinking, well, how is that possible? Well, it's because they've really stretched and extended the powerlifting feature. Now, Bluetti's had this for a while. But yeah, they're stretching it from 600 watts. So this is a 600 watt continuous AC inverter that can actually power resistive loads, right? Stuff that's just going to heat stuff up. Appliances that are rated to consume up to 1500 watts. And this will pretty much cover anything that you want to use, right? A toaster, a kettle, a hot plate, stuff like that. I mean, they're pretty much all less than 1500 watts. And you'll be able to do that with this thing. Now, of course, it's going to drop the voltage significantly, right, to do this. So you got to be aware of this. You can't use a blender with this feature, right? You can't use a microwave. You can't use a full-size fridge. And just be aware, too, since there's more than one AC outlet, even if you are powering a resistive load with one of those outlets, make sure you unplug anything that could be damaged by low voltage. And then the inverter's also been upgraded with a 10 milliseconds or less pro-grade UPS. So much faster switchover. And the new 3.1 USB-Cs that can do 140 watts. And you can charge this thing really fast. I mean, they're saying 0 to 100, the whole battery capacity, in just a little over an hour. And then the solar, is decent. 200 watts is actually a good amount, but it's only to 28 volts. And this model can be charged in the car, either through the car socket or their Charger 1 alternator charger. Now this graphic, they say it can do 560 watts max. That's actually what the Charger 1 alternator charger can do. It's not what this thing can accept, right? This thing can only accept 200 watts. And a few last little interesting details on this new Elite 30 version 2. It does get the quieter fans, right? These are variable speeds, so it depends on, how much of a load you got. But in general, across the board, they're going to be quieter than the older Bluetti models. And of course, this thing still has the app control. And what's really interesting about these new colors is, check this out. They actually went to great lengths here to color match everything. It's not just the case, right? It's the buttons. It's the rubber covers for the 12-volt cover. It's everything, isn't it? Even the outlet ports. These are separate little pieces that they color matched. So yeah, this is really cool. I mean, they could have easily left all of this stuff black.